money. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get things started. Just want to say appreciate every single one of you for taking some time out of your night to tune into something new. Whether or not it was a random person I got you to this call, you reach out to someone randomly, or however you're on this call, it doesn't matter, but you're here, and that's the only thing that does matter. A little background on myself here, so we're not complete strangers. My name is Andrew, from the East Coast originally, actually South Carolina to be exact. With that being said as well, throw in the chat box where you guys are calling in from. I know we got some people probably from around the globe, different parts of the U.S., obviously. So let me know where you guys are calling in from as I kind of just explain myself a little bit more. But that being said, man, it's been a wild ride for me. I had no idea what this was. I got actually asked randomly about 2 years ago if I was open to something new. I was like, sure, right? I'm obviously not where I want to be. I want to be further. I want to be surrounded by right people. I want to learn skill sets. I want to be able to just surround myself with things that I know are taking me further than holding me back. And so I decided to hop on a very similar call to this. They showed me the information I'm about to break down for you guys here in just 1 second. Decided to give it a shot and did not look back. In about 3 weeks of time, made a little bit of money. In about 3 months of time, actually replaced income to go fully all in. Drove my car across the country from South Carolina out here to Scottsdale, Arizona. And haven't looked back since, man. It's been about a year and a half being out here all on my own. Working alongside Noah Ortiz, you guys probably know from. Directly with Joey Wilson and some of the people that you're going to get to hear from on this call. So bear with us for the next little bit. But man, all I got to say is if whoever got you on this call likes and trusts you and respects you enough to even show you this information, because I personally believe people need this, right? Like people are always looking for new opportunities to make money online, do this alongside their job, or completely replace their job and go all in at something new. So for the next, I'd say 5-10 minutes, man, bear with me. Get your popcorn ready. I'm going to break down the exact information of why you guys are on this call, and we'll get right into it. And so, can someone with their actual camera on give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen? Perfect. So, that being said, guys, appreciate you again for hopping on here, spending some time with us as we break down this opportunity for you guys. As you guys are seeing on the screen, Akashics is the platform we are directly connected to. It has been around now for the last, I think, 4 or 5 years. It's actually one of the best-selling brands of what's called My Daily Choice. My Daily Choice itself has been around for over 11 years. So the fact that it's been a decade plus in the industry, just giving people value, man, whether that's on the physical product side, obviously now within Akashics we have the digital products, but being able to give people the value in the trading space of not knowing even what they're doing. Like I said before, I got randomly reached out about this. Nothing about trading, nothing about really building an online business, being a part of a community. And so within Akashics, man, to start it off very simply, you can get your foot into the door of trading by simply clicking a button. As you guys see here, it's tap to trade. And so what's really cool about this is a patented technology directly connected to now your own phone, mobile devices, computer, laptop, very versatile of where you can use this. But as you see, as the images go on there, you connect this, and whenever you get a notification sent out by one of the top educators, all you do is click that notification. It puts you into the account. That educator did all the analysis. You don't have to be the one to know what you're even doing. They give you all the parameters as far as what they're going in on. And in the 2-minute countdown, if you click an approve button, that now puts you into your account. Now, in the matter of a couple minutes to a couple hours, you can easily secure yourself a couple $100. And all you have to do is click a button. I personally am so passionate about this because, yes, it's made me money very quickly early on, but even my own family members, man, my 77-year-old grandmother has made this. It was actually a couple months back when I went back to South Carolina for the holidays. She was like, how are those little stocks things going for you? I was like, Grandma, it's not stocks. It's a little bit different than that, but let me explain. And so I explained it all. She was like, if I just click a button when I barely know how to use my phone, you're saying I can do this? So she's done it. The last couple of months, she's secured herself some money consistently by following educators. So it's just crazy, man. No matter if you're 18 or 80 plus years old, you can do this. No matter where you come from, what your background is, where you're at in the world, it's very, very simple to use. And that's why I love so much about Tap to Trade. But on top of that as well, which I'm going to break down a little bit further here in a second, you have beginner, advanced, expert level videos that break down even further what you're taking the tap the trades on, right? Like if you want to go even further, learn about the candlesticks, learn about the history of the markets, learn about everything that's broken down for you, you can do that right there. On top of that, and this is actually my favorite part, is live sessions. Very similar to like Twitch or Kick, any one of those live streaming platforms. You have the ability to learn from these specific educators teaching you how to actually trade right there live for you. They'll have a whole chat. So you can go in, take notes, ask questions, but they also replay it all. So you can always go back, kind of just watch it and take notes all in your own time. And so what I'll do, just to kind of make it a little bit more simpler for you guys, is show you the exact in-depth, back office that you guys get direct access to. This is now once you're logged in, your own password protected back office here. Breaking down the tap the trade to go back just a second. As you can see, we have some of our tap the traders all on the left side here. You can see where they're at, what they've done, how many they won, lost. Again, everyone's human here, so not every single educator is going to win every single one, but majority of the times than not, these educators are on hot streaks, and those are the ones being able to send out the tap the trades. So as I have right here, Joel Arias, whenever you click on every single educator, they obviously show you what specifically they're going to trade it on. But Joel is one of the guys that I personally follow every single day. It brought up his chart now, which is the gold market. Whenever he sends one out on the top right side here, all you do is click this approve button. A 2-minute countdown pops up. It tells you all the parameters of what he's going in on anyways. You click the approve button, and it actually puts it right into the middle of that screen for you. So you just pretty much sit back and watch the trade do its thing. And whenever the educator pulls it out for you. Very, very simple to do, man. And now going a little bit further into what's called trade alerts. This is where now every single educator that is on a trade alert is giving you what they're going in on, but they're not in control of it. And so now you're kind of basically given the parameters directly to you. So you can copy and paste these educators' call outs directly into your own account. And then now every single time either a take profit is hit or any adjustments that might need to be made, they send out these notes right directly to your phone like an update of the notification. So just as an example, what is it? Is it the 30th? Yeah, so today, 11:10 a.m. my time on the Pacific Standard Time, she sent out a sell on the XAU USD market. So if you simply would have copied and pasted these numbers, take profit 4 was hit, meaning you would have made money by just copying and pasting her call out. Very, very simple, man. Going on from that point as well, like I mentioned before, with the live sessions, so it actually highlights the day that you're on, and depending on your time zone again, it shows you when they're live, what they're going over, who specifically is teaching that specific time frame, and all you got to do is click on them, and they're live. They also pre-record it, so you can go back as well. And then all of the different courses as far as the beginner level videos, the educators training series, master trading, crypto. It's all right here for you, man. It's very clean, very easy to do. You can go step by step from not knowing a single thing to getting to the point of actually understanding how to trade all on your own time. And so that pretty much broke down, at least for myself, when I got presented this 2+ years ago, what this all looks like, right? Again, you probably have a lot of questions if you're someone like myself who I'm trying to know every single intricate detail, right? But what's cool about this is that we give the overall breakdown as far as what we do here. I always tell people, get back with the person that invited you here. I promise you, if they need to, add someone to a call, myself, Noah, Karab, who are going to be talking here in just a few minutes, let us know. We're here to make sure every single answer or question is answered as super simple as possible when getting started here in Akashics. And so now that being said, my second question, I was like, all right, bro, this is pretty cool. I can see how this might be something I want to do. There's got to be some sort of investment, right? Yes, there is. Nothing, at least in my opinion, worth doing is quote unquote free. I mean, even walking out the door, right? You're taking a risk on yourself with, you never know what's going to be going on. So whether you're investing energy, you're investing time, or investing physical money, everything in life is some sort of investment. And so within this, now on the annual or the monthly, 2 different ways to kind of get started here. On the annual, if you wanted to, and I kind of always recommend that, just because you're getting more capital, one, to trade with. I'll break that down as far as what that means here in a second, but you're also saving more money in the long term. I don't know about you guys, but I like saving money. And so the ability to lock in for a one time, 12 months, give yourself, okay, even if I, fail and I'm still learning and earning as I go in month 1, I got 11 more months until my quote unquote annual membership is up. So I can now invest as much time and energy as I need into learning this skill set in Akashics and being part of the greatest opportunity in the world. Now, that also being said, if you can't do that, it's completely okay. You can do the monthly, where now it's the initial investment of the 149, and you're still given capital to trade with. Instead of 200K, it is now 10K. What I love about this, and I know some people like this a little bit better, if for whatever reason you don't like it after 30 days, you get absolutely no value, all you have to do is simply unsubscribe. You're not signing any contracts, you're not putting any crazy info in, so it's very easy to get in and out of if you so choose so. Now, I mentioned, all right, you get capital to trade with. What does that look like? I'll actually just show you guys. We're directly connected with a few different outside companies. Again, this is all on its own, called TradeX Mastery, which is a prop firm. You can go there by yourself. But they're partnered up with the Kashiks, and so now every single time someone gets started on the actual annual, you're given a 200K prop firm challenge. And so in this, as you can see, as far as the price goes, it's about $1,000 in itself. You're given that for free in the annual price. So you don't got to worry about paying this extra. You're given now that capital to trade within the markets. And on the monthly, it's about a $100 value you are given for free. All you have to do, as you guys are seeing these challenge conditions right here, is prove to these prop firms that you're a profitable trader. Passing phase 1, passing phase 2. But why I love this so much and why I think the partnership makes sense is you connect this to your Akashics account. So tap to trade, trade alert, live sessions, all that stuff is here to help you pass these challenges. They're helping you learn and learn as you go, especially very early on in your journey. Now, once you do that, you're on a live account. We'll just use the 10K as this example. Anything above the 10K once you're live, 80% of that profit is for you to keep. Very, very simple. I'll actually just show you guys. This is one of my accounts that I have here as far as the payout goes. Back in the month of April, I think it was about, 3 weeks or whatever it took. I got now my payout requested to me on May 6th. I got my account above $2,800. 80% came out to be $2,250. That was directly to pay to me. So now that's my money for me to keep. I have the bank statement approve it. So it's all right there. And all I did was follow a few educators by clicking a button or copy and pasting some actual trade alerts. And so what I wanted to show you guys real quickly as well is you're going to get added to a bunch of different group chats full of people all over the world, man. And I could go on and on about how many payouts are coming in every single day, every single week, and every single month. But you guys can kind of see it for yourself, man. I mean, people are getting paid out hundreds, if not thousands of dollars by just simply plugging into the systems. And what's crazy about this is that majority, if not all, have no idea what they're doing. They don't know how to trade, which is completely fine. But all you have to do is follow these simple systems that are in play for the newest person to now plug into what we have going on here in Akashics. And so that pretty much breaks down all of that, man. And that's actually where I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and I'm going to pass this over to someone very special to me. I actually met this dude my 3rd week into this platform, not knowing who he was, not knowing what this was, but I knew for a fact this guy was just moving a little bit differently, right? And we met up in Miami about 3 weeks into this platform, not knowing, again, what he was doing or what he was trying to get out of me. But he instantly felt like a long-lost brother. I was like, okay, this seems pretty cool, bro. I'm ready to go all in. And so from that point on, he now had the ability to talk on stages in front of 8,000 people in Croatia, about 4 months into his journey, about 5,000 people in Budapest, Hungary, a couple thousand in Phoenix. And just as of 2 weeks ago, he was actually talking in front of about 1,000 people in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, at one of our events that we had out there. So just know, man, this guy is someone that you definitely want to be around. He brings the energy. He just brings just the overall look to what this company kind of represents. And just know if he's done what he's done for me, I'll do the same exact thing for you. That being said, Noah, all yours, bro.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, bro. It's been a fun journey, and we are just getting warmed up. And so if you guys are excited about what we're doing here inside of the Akashics community, go ahead and drop a fire emoji in the chat. I know that there's a lot of people from all over the world tuning in with us right now. There's 50 people on this call tonight. We do these calls every single night to share this opportunity with other people. Last night, there was over 350 people because we had the owner of this platform and the foundational pieces to the leaders that were here even before me on the call. The night before that, we had another 100 people. We're not slowing down, and we are in a pace right now to literally surpass 25, 30,000 members in this community in the next 30 days. And so we were at 1,800 active members in August of 2024 when I came into this platform. I don't take credit for this. There's a lot of people that are doing this at a really high level all over the world, but together we have enrolled well over 18,000 people in the platform as of today. So that is some massive growth in the last 10 months or 11 months that we have been a part of this platform. For me, it's been a major blessing to be connected to this group of people, not only to be able to start building additional streams of income and learning about financial literacy, but also to get involved in personal development, man. I had nobody in my circle before I got started in this community that really held me accountable to being the person that I knew I could be. A lot of times we hang out with our friends and family because that's all we know, and we consider that the circle. But these are people that have no more money than you, that don't know how to create any more success than they already have. So they can't teach you how to get any further, but you hang around every single day wondering why you're not getting any further. And that is not a circle, it's a cage, and you're trapped. And that was where I was before this opportunity. And so I grew up a pretty humble beginning, man. Similar to Andrew, I went and got a degree. That was my family's dream. I got licensed to manage money for a big investment firm called Merrill Lynch when I was 22. I still carry Series 77 or Series 7, 66, 63. It's been so long since I took them. I barely even remember. But I don't say that to boast and brag, man. I sat in cubicles helping rich people get richer, cold calling old people every single day, carrying around a briefcase and wearing a suit and tie to make me feel like I was somebody. And I hated it. And so I moved out here to Scottsdale, Arizona, originally being from the Midwest in a small town, just to get around higher net with individuals and to be able to network. I was working at BMW in car sales, making close to $200,000 a year for a few years. Once again, don't say that to boast and brag. I no longer even do that, so obviously this worked pretty well. But I was just miserable, man, and maybe you guys are in the same spot. Maybe you literally just got off work, you're at work, or you're in your car home from work right now, and you're sitting there like, dude, it's literally the middle of the week. I still got a couple days, that I got to get through. I'm waiting for TJIF, man. Thank God it's Friday so that I can enjoy my weekends. What if you can enjoy every single day? What if you live life through your lens, not a boss or a manager? What if instead of getting told where to be, what to wear, where to sit, what to do for 2 weeks just to get a check that you know isn't what you're really worth to this world? What if you could create a world of abundance through learning high-paying skills, getting connected to successful people, being a part of something bigger than yourself, and doing it all on your own time? That's what this is. I got on a Zoom call after a long day of work from a 22-year-old kid. I'm 28. This is 2 years ago. And I got on the call not knowing what the heck this was about. Maybe that's you guys on this call right now. And I was just like, dude, I don't know if this is real. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's a couple $100 at the bare minimum to get started. I might as well give it a shot because I blew that on a round of drinks last weekend doing stuff that was not helping me at all. And so if that's you, I encourage you guys to keep an open mind as we continue to roll through this info, because not only am I going to break down the second component where you can start to build a team and develop individual skills like sales leadership and networking along the way, but you're going to get to hear from someone that has been the sole responsibility for leading organizations of over 10,000 people and has been doing this for over a decade. And this is someone that I will forever follow because of what he's taught me. So stick around for the next 5 or 10 minutes. For me, fast forward, man. I've been in this 2 years, 10 countries later, no boss, no job later, making more money than I've ever made later. And I don't say any of this so that you guys look at me any form of arrogance. I say it because I know it works. And there's a lot of people doing things for the wrong reasons today, but you only have to get it right once. And if this is the one time that you feel like, for whatever reason, something is telling you back here in the back of your brain, this could be it, it absolutely is, and it's transformed my life in ways that I can't even explain on a simple Zoom call. But like I mentioned, you can go out there and share this with people. Like Andrew said, if you want to just trade, you can just trade. You can dive into the academies. You can become a student of the game. A lot of people just do that. For me, this is my favorite part. And here's why. The average U.S. consumer, aka all of us on this call for the most part, there might be some of people on this call outside the U.S., the average person spent 6 hours and 58 minutes a day on social media and the internet in 2024. That's 7 hours, man. What are you doing spending that much time making no money? You're consuming content, products, and services every single day. Young LA Gym Apparel, use my code. Routine Babe LA, go buy my bikinis, girls. All these different affiliate sponsorships. You have none of them. But you keep buying into it every day, wasting your damn time. Excuse my language, but this is the truth. And why are you wasting that time? Because you can't get it back. Why not learn how to produce? You can get paid an insurmountable amount of money over time for scaling a team and simply sharing this with people. You're going to have your own referral link when you get started that you can start to send out to anybody and everybody. We run these calls every night. All you have to do is invite them. For give you an example, if you guys are on this call and you're like, dude, I'm not very good at sales, sounds easy for you to say, tell me if you can do this. Hey, Mom, I just got started with a new business opportunity. It's something you can do all on your own time to make some extra money. These are some really cool people. You should check it out. I got a Zoom tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time. Can I send you the link? It's that simple. That's probably how whoever invited you to this call, if you are checking this out for the first time, invited you. It's not hard to do, man. And you never have to take on the full-time, full-scale operations day-to-day like I am, where you're running presentations and things if you don't want to. You can just make a little bit of money. That's cool. But I encourage you to start producing in your own life, because if you refer 3 people to this platform, you waive your monthly subscription. So no more $150 a month. 1, 2, 3 people, John, Jack, and Jill, sign up with your link. Now you're 3 and free, but you're actually going to get paid every single time someone enrolls into your business as well. Now, this is called daily pay. One of the really cool things about this is you are literally getting paid tomorrow for the work you did today. Go ahead, drop a fire emoji, drop a one, interact with me a little bit in the chat. Let me know if when you guys go to work today, you would like to get paid tomorrow for it. And then when you guys go to work on Thursday, you'd like to get paid Friday for it instead of waiting 2 weeks. That's exactly what daily pay is. And it is all based off your own effort. So you can't go blaming the politics at your job or any of the settings inside of the situation you're in right now. All you're doing is inviting people to check this out. If they sign up, you get paid. Right on the spot, man. When you sign up John, Jack, and Jill, you're going to make $25 every single time one of them signs up. Now, you're also going to make money from other people sharing this with their network. Money making is a team sport. If you don't understand that, you work for someone that does. And that was a tough pill for me to swallow. But I had a mentor that made $30 million before 30 years old, told me something I will never forget. And he said, Noah, no matter how good you are at sales, which I felt like I was pretty good, he said, 10 mouths, 10 people can be more places and can talk about something faster than just you, no matter how good you are, how hard you work, right? And I said, yeah, that makes sense. And he said, well, that's what leverage is. Leveraging other people to make more money. And people that run businesses and are the owners, CEOs, general managers of the places that a lot of people work today understand that. And so they are leveraging you to, a lot of times, make more money. Name me one person on this call. Go ahead and let me know if I'm wrong. If you make more money than the owner or the CEO of the company you work for. Very rarely is that the case. It doesn't make any sense, right? But this is going to be an opportunity for you to become the owner of your own organization. I'm a 1099 tax form as an independent affiliate of this company, which means I now can write things off. This is going to sound crazy to a lot of people, and a lot of times I don't mention all this because I don't want anybody coming at me saying, wait, you're doing something wrong with taxes. But my accountant, who takes care of everything for me day to day, literally told me a couple weeks ago that I was going to be getting paid about $28,000 back on my tax refund from the first 2 years I was doing this, just from the amount of things that were now business expenses. What I'm doing right now, running this call from my home office, I can write off part of my rent. Driving around in my BMW, I can write off my gas and some of the mileage on my car. When I go out to meals, I can consider that a business expense. I'm doing it with my business partners. When I go buy a tuxedo, a custom tailored suit like I just did before I spoke in Fort Lauderdale, write off. It's crazy, man. I literally just got half of it in my bank account 3 days ago, and I was like, dude, what the heck? I'm used to paying like $6,000 a year into taxes to Uncle Sam after giving him 25% of every one of my checks. That's what you have the power to do here, but you don't have to know how to start a business. You don't got to have 50 grand in capital to start your freaking business. You don't got to rent out office space. You don't got to hire employees. You don't have any overhead. All you have to do is share this with people. And the more people that share it with others, the more money you make. So your goal is to help other people share this with their network. Why? Because it helps people learn skills worth getting good at. I don't know what you guys are selling today, whether it's cars, pest control, solar, furniture, insurance. I can guarantee you, man, a lot of these things don't do as much for people as this opportunity does because we're teaching things to people that are valuable. Most people don't know how to make money, and they don't know how to make their money make them money. Here, you're learning some of those things. I have more financial background and education than 99% of the planet, probably, and I learned more here than I did with 60 grand worth of student loans in college and working for the second biggest investment firm in the country. That's just facts. It's why I speak the way I speak about this. And so my point is when you share this with John, Jack, and Jill, they're probably going to share it with people too. You get paid for that. So when John, Jack, and Jill sign up Susie, Sally, and Tom, as you see here at the bottom, you've probably read it by now, you're going to get paid $12.50 on every single one of those people that get started from your personal enrollments, right? You're not necessarily enrolling them, but you're getting a override every single day from the people that are enrolling others. I have people in my team from Europe who I get paid $12.50 every single time they sign someone up. They don't even know who I am. It's crazy, man. You do not know who you're going to get to connect with inside of this platform over the course of time. But your goal is to build a team. So there's daily pay, and then there is you being able to scale a team. And so what you're trying to do here is build a left team and a right team. You have all of these different people outside in the world today doing door-to-door sales, solar, pest control, all of this stuff where they have the ability to recruit and build a team. Sometimes people get sketched out and they're like, dude, recruiting, oh, I don't know. Well, you recruit your best friends to go out to the club with you every weekend and spend half your freaking paycheck just to wake up with a headache the next day. You recruit mom and dad to make you the certain food you want to eat every single night. You recruit your significant other to make you meals and to dress the way you want. You sell, you influence, you persuade, you convince people every day to do things that take money out of your bank account. Don't influence your life in a positive way, and you don't do anything to do good for you and your peers. This is your chance. Build a business. Make money together. I don't understand why people don't understand this. Is the new generation of business. So when you sign up John and you sign up Jack, you got one left, one right. If John and Jack both go sign up 4 others, now you got 5 left and 5 right? Now you didn't necessarily enroll all 4 of those other people. but all of them count for your organization. So you're not doing this on your own. Remember, money making is a team sport. So once you hit 10 people in your business, 5 left, 5 right, you just hit the first rank in our company, and that is platinum affiliate. On average, a few $100 a month. I get it. It's not life-changing income, but that's a couple extra thousand a year that you can use to diversify your wealth, to go and pay off some debt, to take extra vacations every year. It's crazy to me, man. Most people never even try to build additional streams of income. And how do you ever expect to get out of your situation if you're living paycheck to paycheck, if the money you're making right now isn't going to be what you need to make in order to live the life you want to live? You got to make more money. This is an easy way to do it. You're doing it all on your own time. If you have the time to take a text, you can do tap to trades. If you have the time to pick up your phone on lunch break and instead of doom scrolling, network a little bit through social media, which we teach you how to do, and you build your brand, you can get paid for doing it. There is no excuse. We all have the same 24 hours. And so for me, my goal is to go and enroll as many people as possible and help as many people learn sales, learn leadership, learn communication like we're doing right now, so that then I can build a stronger team. I help more people make money. I make more money. That's the way the world should work, right? So our goal, create as many diamond affiliates as possible. That's why there's a little diamond emblem on that rank. The reason being is that is solid full-time income. Most people can live freely off of well over $3,000 a month, let alone $4,300. That is what the average diamond affiliate makes. You hit diamond when you have 125 people on your left, 125 people on your right. Remember, you're not doing it on your own. There's 8 billion people on this planet, 2 billion with social media, 1,000 people by the age of 18 by their first name. You're telling me you can't find a few people that know a few people that know a few people? This is a freaking spider web of a community that is all tapping into the same thing and the same vision. And that's why consistently every single night we have so many people on these calls. And it's because it works. And so for me, I have a couple thousand people all over the world that are now a part of my organization. And it pays me pretty well. But it's not about me. It's about what I can do for other people. I met Andrew a year and 9 months ago. He was in Tampa, Florida. I lived in Scottsdale. Here he is now on the other side of the drywall. No boss, no job, 24 years old, full-time income as an entrepreneur and hasn't worked a job in a year. That's pretty cool. I bet a lot of you guys on this call would trade your circumstances for that right now, just because of freedom. It's not even about money, man. All the time we get asked, is money buy happiness? I don't know what your opinion is. Mine is, I think money is a resource to help you buy your time back. And your time is your biggest asset because you can't get any more of it. So stop living in the lens of someone that is controlling your time and start building a life around your own. And so here you can do that and take it as far as you want to go. The person that I'm going to pass this off to is actually an elite ambassador inside of this platform. So I'll let you guys look at the income level on average that can pay up to. But it's not all about that, man. One thing I figured I probably should share with you guys real quick, I forgot about this slide, but it's one that's very important, is why get started right after this call is over versus you thinking about it for a week, thinking about it for a month, and not taking any action. See, not only is procrastination the killer of all dreams, but at the same time, you aren't doing this on your own. So take a look at these bullet points and take a look at this diagram for me. Let's say whoever invited you here is the person at the top, and they invited you, and you get started. That is now you. You're the highlighted circle there. Let's say because you're the person that acted right after the call was over, and you said, dude, I don't understand everything, but I'm excited, and I want to give this a shot. I'm willing to invest my money. Let's go. Boom. Now you locked in the next best spot. What if Charles invited you? You lock in, and then Charles also invited somebody else, and that next person gets started after you. They have the potential to be a portion of your organization. So anything that they do can directly impact you financially moving forward. No, it's not guaranteed, but think about it. There's a lot of people that are looking to transform their life. What if it's me? What if it's me that gets started right after you? Well, you're going to have a lot of your business taken care of for you simply because you acted first. Action takers are the money makers on this planet. So if someone goes and hits diamond and they got 250 people in their team, now you have a diamond affiliate as a portion of your organization, and you're just trying to keep up on the other side. So you're doing it with your peers, you're doing it with your team, and that's really all there is to it on the income side as an affiliate. This is my Instagram. I figure I'll show this to you guys so you can reach out and ask questions if you have any. And this is me documenting the journey, man. This is literally what I do. I build a brand, I show people how I live a really free life, and I get to travel all around the world with people on this team and hit different locations. Dubai, we hit Qatar, I've been to Egypt, I've been to Hungary, I've been to Paris, I've been to a lot of freaking places now, and it's all because of what you guys are seeing here. But I grew up in Peoria, Illinois, and I'd never been outside the United States before this. My parents have never been on an airplane before I moved to Scottsdale, Arizona, and they saw me for the first time 2 years ago. That's where I started, man. So it's really cool for me to be able to show you guys because maybe you're in the same spot and you're like, dude, that's me. This is crazy. I don't know who you are, but maybe this works. Look, bro, there's no difference between me or any of you guys other than the decisions we make day to day. You are exactly where you deserve to be based off the decisions you make every single day. And so I'm going to pass this over to somebody that makes a lot of good decisions and has been for a long time. His name is Karab. I mentioned him once already. He is a massive leader inside of not only this company, but this industry, world renowned, been to probably 30, 40 plus countries. I'm sure he'll share a little bit about his story. But this is somebody that I've gotten to connect with on a personal level. We went up to the headquarters in Michigan a couple weeks back and got to brainstorm with him a little bit. I've been on one-on-one calls with him, and he's given me his time, giving me some pointers after having way more experience and building some massive teams inside of this industry. He's someone that all I have to tell you guys does not have to be on this call for the 50 people on here, but he's doing it because he knows there may be the next Karab. There may be the next me, the next Andrew that's on this call looking for that next light bulb opportunity that can transform their life. So I'm going to have him close this thing down, share his story. Bro, I appreciate you for being here, and the stage is yours.
Perfect. No, thank you very much. And I really am amazed for how amazing business presentation Andrew and you have done. And for you guys that are here for the first time, I feel that you guys are blessed because you have heard the information from maybe the best young blood in this company and the industry. So if you can put number 10 in chat, I will really appreciate it. That will be for being grateful for what Noah and Andrew are doing. And I'm here as an older guy with more experience and with a lot of mistakes. So I'll share my slides for a little bit because it's easier to follow me because some people get lost when I'm explaining things on my accent. So I'll be sharing a little bit real quick my story in less than 10 minutes. So bear with me. I'll try to make it as easy as possible. I'll try to make it as funny as possible. But this is me, okay? I was born in a regular family. You can see the guy on the left, on a blue shorts and a very skinny kid. However, the country that I was born wasn't normal at all right? So I was born in a country named Yugoslavia, which doesn't exist today. It's a European country, which was like today's Ukraine. And since 1981 until the year 1999, in 18 years, we had 6 different wars. And guess in what year I was born? Who can guess in what year I was born? Put it on the chat. And some people say 1981. I said exactly. Since the year I was born, the country that I was born in, it was a war-driven country. So imagine being born in a year where everything is going to hell, and then you have to live through that. However, in year 1999, I was blessed by reading a phrase that is right now on the screen. And this phrase comes from Bill Gates. And he says, if you are born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you decide to die poor, then it's your mistake. So the way I understood this phrase at 18 years of age is like, all right, I was born in this shitty country. There's nothing I can do to change the country itself. However, I can definitely change my future. So how do you change your future? By starting making different, drastic decisions that would guide you to somewhere else instead of where you are. So that was my first decision. My first decision is to ask money from my family so I could go to U.S. Embassy and ask for a visa. And as a miracle to my family and to myself, I got granted a tourist visa to the United States in the year 2000. So like everybody from underdeveloped and conflict country, what we do? We become OTBs over the boat. We come to the United States, right, for looking for a better opportunity. Because 20 years ago, or 20 years plus ago, the only way you could live a better life was jumping on a plane, leaving everything you know, leaving your family behind, getting to US and start working. That's what I did. I arrived in New York City, big old New York City with $100 in my pocket, just having money for an emergency. And then after seeing the pricing over there, I figured I cannot survive with $100 more than one day. So I started looking for a job, and the first job I got, it was in this pizza shop in New York City. I don't know if anybody from New York here, but you can see like the pictures, New York style pizza restaurants. This is what it is. However, for me, it was in Fordham Road, Bronx, New York. So if you are from New York, Fordham Road, Bronx, New York is not the prettiest scene to be on. So that's where I get my first job. I start working night shift. Meanwhile, daytime, I'm going to college. Because what I was taught in my life was that if you go to college and if you finish college degree, you'll have a better life. That was a story that I was sold. However, as I was going along, I was working full time and I was going to college full time. So for all of us that have done that in our life, we know that that's not a very pleasant life. However, in the last year of college, I was recommending a book that I recommend you today called Rich Dad Poor Dad. It's book written in 1997, almost 30 years ago, and is still valid today. It's book written by Robert Kiyosaki and gives you the basis of personal finance. So in that book, he talks about where the money is located. So he was like, no matter where you live, the way I understood it was, no matter where you live, if you work or if you sell your time or you exchange your time for money, you'll make enough to get by, but you'll never build riches. So however, if you become a business owner or investor, that's where the money is. So what do I do? Again, difficult decision. Fordham University, perfect. That's very, very good university in New York City. So what do? I make another drastic and crazy decision and I launch my own clothing brand called Blackhorn. So this is my clothing brand. I launch it with a partner. We go all out, 14, 15 hours a day. I study business in college. I'm doing clothing. I'm dealing with designers, with production, with trends, with samples, with sales, with distribution, with collection, with everything. However, at one point, our brand starts becoming famous. We start selling a lot in Japan. We start selling a lot in Germany. We start selling a lot in New York City area because, as you guys can see, we used to do a thick knitwear, which is very, very attractive for cold weather. Okay, so I have this company. We run it for 9 years. So for other people, I was successful because I started making money. To everybody else, I seem like a successful person. Here I am one night at my office, probably that's like 10:30, 11 at night, which was very normal to come at 8 a.m. and leave 11, 12. However, good thing about New York City, Manhattan is that there's still restaurants open at that time when you leave the office. However, where I live right now in Orlando, Florida, after 10, you cannot find nothing to eat, so it's kind of big difference. However, this is me. Obviously, at that time, my favorite car, Range Rover. Obviously, I was flexing, going snowboarding. That was my dream. However, in order to achieve that result, that financial result, I sacrificed my health. This is me, same guy, after selling my business, 63 kilos, which is like 140 pounds, soaking wet. I'm around 6'1", so 160 pounds. 6'1" doesn't look cool. All right. Right now I weigh around 190, which is way big difference. So as you can see, when I show this picture, some people are like, dude, you look way older than that. And those pictures are 13 years ago. Okay. So what I realized there, that sometimes, yes, money is important. However, how you make your money is also very important. Because if you make your money sacrificing everything else around you, sometimes the money that you make, you're not going to feel the same. However, if you make your money being surrounded by around people that love you, helping people, push people forward, that's totally different. So then, 12 years ago, I make another career shift. One of the people that I knew in Lima, Peru, because I sell my company in New York, and I say, okay, I'm going to retire. I'm 33 years old. I don't want to do nothing else. I'm going somewhere where the life is way cheaper. Everything is very calm because in New York City, everything was so fast paced that I figured I arrived. I lived 15 years and I just didn't remember anything because everything went by so fast. However, I go to this business meeting and my situation, it was a hotel room. I get there, some kids are talking about businesses and stuff. I don't understand half of what they say. However, I say, okay, again, decisions. If they're going to pay me for promoting this product, plus they will teach me to sell, they'll teach me teamwork, they'll teach me leadership, I said, that's amazing. I mean, that's win-win. So I make the decision, I start. After 11 years, my life has totally changed. This is my wife. We have been in Croatia. This is Santa Marta, Colombia. This is Albania. This is Mexico, Croatia, Cartagena. This is Tulum. This is European mountains, Brazil. Tulum again, Dubai, jumping off the plane, not because I was not because I was bored of my life. It was one of the dreams to jump off the plane from Dubai on a parachute. So, and then you can see the island. And this is Turkey. This is me. This is me after years. All right. So why am I showing you guys all this picture? Because most of the time we want a dream life, but we are not willing to take decisions that will guide us toward there. And I love the definition of insanity from Albert Einstein. There he says like the insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. However, every time we ask people that usually try to guide us or that are around us, they tell us to do exactly that. Do the same thing over and over, again and again, and hopefully one day you will become rich. However, if one has been working for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, or even 3 years, and you haven't advanced financially, not a single step move forward, then maybe it's time to start not comply with insanity formula. Maybe it's time to take decisions that will guide you towards different direction, because the life that you have today is in direct proportion from the decisions that you have been taken 1, 2, 3, 4 years ago, and those decisions made you behave certain way, and those behaviors and those actions give you the life that you have today. It's very sad to know that more than half of the United States today, if they have an emergency which will cost more than $1,000, they'll literally go broke because of that emergency. So what we do here, apart from giving you all the tools for financial success, we also teach you the financial rules. We teach you how to create more sources of income, how to generate more income, how to leverage your income, how to start creating passive income. And then once you create it, then we teach you how to manage it. Because in life, you have to create money, you have to manage the money well, and then you have to invest the money as well. So we teach all these things to you guys so you guys will not go through the same mistakes or through the same errors that we have gone through, okay? For me, one of the most proudest moments in my life so far at 43 years of age is that I was able to be next to my wife and my son now, Rio, every step of the way since the moment we figured that my wife was pregnant. For some people, it might be nothing. However, for me, I wanted to give my entire attention and energy to my wife when she was pregnant and then when my kid was born. So one of the blessings of this business and this industry is that I can work from home. Right now, my kid is playing right outside of this office. He's making noise. He's screaming. He's jumping. I think he's playing right now with something that is making noise. However, those are the most precious moments in life, because at the end of the day, on the deathbed, nobody's gonna ask you how much money you have in a bank account, because most probably you're gonna be like, okay, that money's gonna be with my kids or whatever. However, what we will remember is those amazing experiences, your kid's first step and whatever. So for me, that was the thing that I like it. Anyway, also what I've learned in life is that life sometimes puts us in a position that we have to make difficult decisions. Like for some people, to join with the annual pact today is a difficult decision. However, those difficult decisions usually guide you and helps you towards easier life. Whereas most of the people out there today, they take easy decisions. What is the easy decision? Drinking Coke or water? Obviously, the easy decision, if you drink Coke all the time, is drinking Coke. However, if you drink water, might be better life for you. Okay? So same thing here. Like there are people that be like, okay, I like it, but, let me find reasons why I shouldn't do this. Why? Because it's a difficult decision. However, remember, the difficult decision will give you the easy life. Easy decisions, the one that you have done over and over and over, are the one that have given you the life that you have today. So if you are one of the people here that inside of your heart you feel like you have come to this world, like they say that we are all here the extension of God in this planet. Okay, so the God is the creator of everything, and He has put us on this earth and as His extension. All right, and we have all unlimited potential in our life. However, the only people that we live unlimited potential in our life are the ones that are willing to take difficult decisions. And this is a poem that I love. This is one of the poems that really goes very, very deep in me. I asked God for strength, and He gave me difficulties to make me strong. I asked for wisdom, and God gave me problems to solve. I asked for prosperity, and He gave me a brain and brawn to work. I asked for courage, and God gave me danger to overcome. I asked for love, and God gave me troubled people to help. I asked for favors, and God gave me opportunities. I received nothing I wanted. I received everything I needed. My prayers were answered. So my question for you, if you have come to this call today, what are you asking God every day? What are you asking God every day? Because most probably that's what you're asking has brought you to this call today. So thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for staying along with me. Get in touch with person that connect you. Tell them with which pack you're starting. Are you starting with the monthly or with annual pack? Obviously Noah and Andrew explained as a masterpiece which one is the pack that gives you more benefits. And we will be here helping you every step of the way so you as well can live the life of your dream. Next week we'll be in Tulum. We'll probably do this call from over there all together in the same place. Anyway, stay blessed. Thank you very much. Cheers, cheers.